Hey guys, good evening. Sorry, good afternoon. My bad. Hi, hi everyone. Hello, guys. Am I audible and visible to you all? Can you give me a thumbs up in the chat, please? Hi Nadia. Hi Harjeet. The session will end at 3 p.m. Okay. Good afternoon, Kusum. That means I'm audible and visible to you all. I'm hoping so. Okay. Thank you, Dia. So thank you guys for the confirmation. So let me tell you all about myself. My name is Anam Khan from Let's Upgrade, and we are starting with the Gemini AI clone workshop using HTML, CSS, and JS. So I hope you all are uh, familiar with HTML, CSS, and JS. And it will be a 2 day workshop. The timing will be from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So make sure that you attend day 2 as well and attend the whole session, like the 2 hour session. It will be a 2 hour session as. And the trainer is Shiti sir. He will be building the project along with you all. And if you are new to the program, new to the HTML, CSS, and JS, no worries, guys. There is a playlist link available in all in one doc. The doc link is in the description. I will share my screen quickly and tell you all about all those things. Wait, guys. So I hope my screen is also visible to you all. So guys, see. First of all, you need to mark your attendance for this workshop on all day 1 and day 2 to get the certificate. The certificate is free, no cost, nothing you have to pay, no charge that is there. Just just mark the attendance and get the certificate by day 2. Upon completion of this workshop, that is by the end of the tomorrow's session, you will be getting the gender certification option right on the attendance page itself. Okay, so here is our attendance link for registration attendance. We have one link. Click on this. A new page will open where you need to enroll for the bootcamp for the workshop first. Then only the mark attendance toggle will be accessible. And upon enrollment, when you scroll down below the day 1 title, you will see mark attendance toggle. Click on it. A rating scale will open from 1 to 10. You need to rate the session according to yourself, your feedback, and put the feedback here. If you have any, we will surely work on it. And then mark your attendance. You can also mark your attendance during the workshop, that is any time from today or tomorrow anytime. Okay, and when you mark here, you can see the progress has increased. It will increase day by day as you mark your attendance. So now it is 50%, and on day 2 it will be 100%. And tomorrow after 3 p.m, you can see here the gender certification option will be unlocked, and you can download your certificate from this page itself. If you have any question, any query, any doubt, you can join our communities, WhatsApp and Discord, to get connected with us, to clear your doubts, and also you can connect with your friends there. Okay, so yeah, make sure you join this. And we have uh, we have this all-in-one documentation, that is where we store all the links, or the playlist link, and like attendance link, session links, so you can find all the things at one place. Okay, it's taking time now. Till then, guys, I wish tell you all about the SAP program. We have Student Ambassador program, which is also free. It is a 1 month program where you just need to apply filling by filling the Google form. Uh, yeah, so here you will get to see the apply now button, and you can apply for the next batch, that is July. That will start from 1st of July. These are the prizes that you can get a chance to win, like, and these are the milestone that if you will achieve only upon the completion of the milestone. There are certain targets that you need to complete, and these are the gold milestone, silver milestone, bronze milestone. These are the prizes that you can win, and many more things are there. You can go through the page, you can go through our social media handles to know more about it. Okay, so if you're interested, please make sure that you apply by clicking on that button. And still it is taking time, I don't know why, but no worries. In this all-in-one document, So in this all-in-one documentation, you can find our HTML, CSS playlist, JS playlist. If you are new to the this languages, you can please watch our playlist after this session. So you will also be the you will have some idea about it. And no worries, still you can attend this workshop. So that was it. If searches any of the resources, any of the files, I will surely put all the things on in that all-in-one doc, so you can refer it anytime. Okay. So for now, I will call the trainer, that is Shitish sir, without taking much time. So yeah, here he is. Hi sir. Hello.
Hi. Yeah. So good
So
afternoon,
hi sir.
everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, ma'am.
I think your video is
So,
lagging. I don't know. It's only from
okay.
my side or yeah.
Mm,
Now it's working.
Now better.
So we can
Fine.
start with the session. We can
Okay.
start with the
Yes, we
session.
can
I
start.
will take a
Yes.
leave. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you guys.
Hi, everyone. So, okay, let me also open YouTube side by side so that at least I'm aware what's going on. How many of you have joined? Okay. Fine. So, yes, we are all set. So, hi, everyone. So I hope I'm audible. If not, then you guys. Yes, we are all set. So hi everyone. If not, then you can tell me. I'll just check. Sound. Good afternoon. Okay. So now I think I would be more audible. Fine. So yes. So as you guys know, today we are all here to like build something new. So that is nothing but the Gemini AI clone. So and the technologies we will be using for this are fairly simple. That are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript only. Okay. Let's not waste much time. So I'll quickly jump on to sharing my screen. Okay. So I'll present my screen and first of all would go through like what we will be building in this total 4 hours bootcamp, 2 hours today and 2 hours tomorrow. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you all. Okay. So Gemini. So you know what is Gemini, right? So Gemini is nothing but Google's AI platform. So similar to Chat GPT. So here also like it's simple. You have to like put in your questions as an input in the chat box, and you'll get the replies on the screen, right? So this is what is known as generative AI, right? So okay, so yeah, this is what we'll be building. So why we will be able to build Gemini clone? Because like Google has made the APIs for Gemini open. Okay, so if you go to Gemini API, okay, so you'll land on this link. So here you will be able to see the APIs which are available. Okay, so let me read API docs. Okay, so you see, like we have like all the languages support over here. So since we will be like coding this in JavaScript, so this is the one. So this is like what will be needing to import, and then we'll need an API key and then a simple function. So that simple function will be just calling the like the fetch function of JavaScript to call the API. Okay, so that would be it. Like it would be fairly simple. So actually, what I have planned is like in today's session, we'll be just creating the UI. So we'll be using HTML, CSS, and HTML and CSS to create a beautiful UI. And then following tomorrow, we'll be creating the JavaScript. We'll be adding all the functionalities to it. Okay. So I hope you guys are excited. So let me just begin. Just give me a moment. So just give me a moment. I'll open up Visual Studio Code. So the ID that I'll be using for this particular project is Visual Studio Code only. Okay. So I hope you guys are familiar with Visual Studio Code. If not, you guys can download it. Fine. So let me just quickly like create a new file, and the language that I'll be selecting is HTML. Okay. and I'll save it on the desktop, and I'll call it index.html. Okay. Okay, so this is the file. So here we go, and here we will be giving it the title, Gemini. I'll be giving it Hello Gemini. Okay, fairly simple. Okay, so our simple web page is now ready with the title Hello Gemini. So let's move ahead and like start coding. So for the inspiration for the code, what we'll be doing is we'll be going to Gemini homepage. So actually, like, this is the new UI of the Gemini homepage. Earlier we used to have like some suggestions also here. So I'll be coding that one only because also let me try the one which comes when you are not logged in. Okay, so let's go to Gemini. Let's see. Okay, so if you are not logged in, such heading appears over here. So we'll be creating such only, and with some suggestions card boxes also. Okay, and we'll be having an input box below, and when we'll type, we'll have an icon like this below. Okay, so all this we'll be going to do in just a few minutes. So let's quickly go back to our ID and start coding. Okay, so let me start. 1 minute. So very first thing in the body that I'll be keeping is the header. Okay, so as you know, when we like make your HTML page, we have a header, then the middle section, and then the footer. Okay, so at the top we'll be having the header. Okay, so in the header, what I'll be do, I'll like give it a class name header. Okay, okay, so in the header, I'm planning to keep a h1. So h1 that I'm planning to keep is, and I'll be giving it class name title. Okay, because this will be the title, and here I'll be writing in hello there. Sorry, hello there, not hell there. Okay, so fine. So and in the next line, I'll be adding a p tag, and I'll give it a class subtitle. Okay, and here I'll be calling how can I help you today. Okay, that's it. Fine, saved it. So now let's quickly do one thing. My screen is being presented, right? Yeah, it's being presented. So let's quickly jump over here and open this. Okay, so you see our simple web page is ready with this text. So since we have not added any CSS over here, so that is why you are able to see it like this. Okay, so like going ahead, we'll be adding CSS, but before that, let's quickly add some more elements. So after that, as I told you, we'll be having some suggestions cards. Okay, so for that I'll be creating unordered list. Okay, ULLI. So I'll be giving it a class name suggestion, and I'll call it suggestion list. Okay, and then inside it we'll be having li class is equal to suggestion. Okay, so we have an h4 tag over here, we'll have an h4 tag over here, and I'll give it class text. Okay, so inside this h4, what I'm planning to write is like one sample question. So let me think of a sample question. So let's think of a sample question that we can have on the screen. So let me do one thing now. We can open chat GPT and see if any, okay, no, sample are also not over here. So let's think, let's type in how old is Indian civilization. Okay, civilization. Okay, okay, that's it. So that would be one h4, like that will be having, and then we'll be having a span tag which will but I'm not planning to have a span tag over here. Okay, then another li I'm planning to have, and I'll copy it, and I'll call it let's say, when was Java programming language invented. Okay, fine. So these things I have added. Now quickly, if I see, like, these two things are coming over here. So now let's quickly jump to the CSS part. So at least you guys should have an idea like how it is going to look. Okay, So in the head part only, I'm going to add link rel is equal to style sheet. Okay, and href is equal to slash. Like since let me quickly do one thing. Let me create a new folder over here, and I'll call it Gemini. Okay, and I'll move this inside this. Okay, and yeah, so this file is, it's telling it's not over there. So let's quickly do one thing. Mm, open and desktop Gemini index.html. Okay, so yeah, so what we were adding is link. So before that, let's quickly create a new file over here. So that would be css. Okay, and I will save it. I will call it style.css. Okay, fine. So our css file is now ready. So let's quickly now link it. So link rel is equal to style sheet. I hope these things you guys might be familiar with, uh, this, because these are the basics of HTML and CSS. So dot slash style dot css. Okay, so now what will happen, like all our css that we'll be writing in style dot css would be applied over here. Okay, so let me quickly jump to the css and start writing. So first of all, I'm thinking to give some like colors, and like first of all, for everything on my page I'll be giving margin 0 and padding 0, so that it doesn't take any margin padding from the top and left. Okay, and then I'll be giving it box sizing border box, so that it doesn't increase in uh, width and all. Okay, and yeah, font family, I'm thinking to give it sans serif. Okay, fine. So this is for all the things, and then like for the root, like I'm going to define some colors that I will be using for this particular web page. Okay, so let's quickly go back and like add the colors for the root, like the whole page. Okay, so in the root we'll be having uh, so uh, text color that I'm planning to have is like these things I have already like curated for you guys, so that we don't waste much time. So this would be the text color, and the color subheading color would be hash a0a0a0. Okay, and then the placeholder color will be also needing. So I think placeholder color, okay, let's add color placeholder color. I have like noted it down to hash 6 c6 c6. Okay, so that would be the placeholder color, and I think okay, yeah, and then we'll be having primary color. Okay, so the primary color that we'll be having is hash FFF, that simple white color. Then secondary color, the color that we have for secondary is E9 EEF6. Okay, so that we have. Then we have secondary hover color. Secondary hover color is hash DB E1EA. Okay, fine. So yeah, we have defined our colors now. So now let's quickly jump on to the main section that we have. Okay, so the main section we have the body. So the body I'm planning to give background, uh, and the variable that I will be adding is this primary color only. Okay, so primary color is white only, so that I have added using the var property. Okay, then we have the dot header. Okay, so the dot header we want to give is margin 0 auto, so that it is centered. Okay, and max width that we are planning to give is 900 px. Okay, so now let's save it and see like what changes happened. Okay, so like nothing much is visible since the background color was already white, and but you might see like now the border and like padding and margin is 0 now. Okay, So now let's move ahead and simply add more style to it. So margin top I want to give it. So MT is the short form. So margin top that we are giving is 6 viewport height. Okay. So 6 viewport height. Then padding that I'm planning to give it is 1 rem. Okay. Uh, sorry. Okay, 1 rem, and then overflow x like if in yes. So this would be hidden. Okay, and then so let's see. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now let's move ahead and add more things. So width would be fit content, font size would be 3 rem. Okay, so then background clip would be text. Okay, so then background color that I am going to give it as linear gradient, and linear gradient to right, comma hash 4285 f4. Okay, so that's the lightest blue color. Like a gradient will come. You guys will see it. D96570. So this is kind of orangish color. Okay, so that's it, I guess. So let's see. Okay, I think it is not yet visible. Yes, okay. Let me add one more property over here, that is WebKit uh, text fill color, and that I'm going to give it transparent. That is fine, but yeah, still it's not appearing. Let me see. Then we'll have font size. We have already given us 3 rem. So, okay, so fine. I think the header thing is done. So now let's quickly style the title and subtitle. So then those effects would be visible on the these fields, title and subtitle. Okay, so let me do one thing. These property I would be adding. I would be giving only these three property to my header, and rest property I'll remove. So, um, so dot header, and where I'll use the where selector to give to dot title and dot subtitle. What I'll be giving is color var, and this would be the text color that we had. Okay, so this is taking, right? Yeah, this is taking the text color. That is fine, and then we'll be giving font weight. So font weight that I'm planning to give is 500, and line height that I'm going to give is 4 rem. Okay, and now let's quickly give some style to our title separately. So header dot title. So every title that is inside the header, what I'll be giving it is width fit content. Let me just copy this and paste it over there. Okay, okay, okay. I don't still see any changes happening. If maybe the case. Strange why this class is not affecting over here. uh, Okay, let me do one thing, simple text align center. I think something is wrong over here. So, oh, sorry, the file that I have opened here is wrong. Okay, my bad. That is why I was confused. Okay. Okay, yeah. So coming here, like it works actually. Okay. So let's go back and remove this. Okay, and let's see. Okay, fine. So this is fine. So up till here it is fine. Like we have some effect, but yeah, still it is not like as I was expecting. So something I'm missing maybe. Let's quickly see what I might be missing. So the title. Okay, this is fine. Subtitle. Mm, text background. Background. Webkit background clip. Would be text. Okay, so yeah, like at least now we are able to see the text over here, but yeah, the color I think it is taking wrong. Okay, we'll come to that, like why the gradient and this is not matching. The text color. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, so now let's quickly style our subtitle as well. So dot header dot subtitle. Okay, so the font size I am planning to give is 2.6 rem, so this would be smaller than your title, and color would be subtitle color. So where and sub heading color. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not appearing. It's not appearing. Okay, let me try one thing. Let me just try the color directly over here. Maybe this is causing an issue. Okay, this. Let's see. No, still this is not working. Mm, this is not working. Let me see. The class subtitle, the spelling is correct. Uh, dot subtitle. Mm, text color. This is strange why it is not picking the colors. Okay, let's go away with this part. But like since it is not working, so we'll be simply creating UI like this. Yeah. So we'll be having a centered like portion. We'll be having this part. Okay. So I'll not be creating the header and all. So let me just get rid of all this. So I'll be having the header, but yeah, in the header I'll be simply having one h1. So h1 tag, and that I'll be calling meet Gemini or personal AI assistant. Okay. Okay. So that's it, and I'll give it class title. Okay, and I'll be adding my own CSS over here. So I'll not go with the CSS. So let me get rid of all this. Okay. So first of all, I want this to be centered. So dot header would be width 100%, and text align center, margin auto. Okay, and that will, okay, fine. So it's at the center. Now let's quickly align it to the center of the screen. So let's quickly align this h1 to the center. So let me think. What I can do is mm, vertical align center, vertical align middle. Let's see. Let me close this. Okay, no, it won't work. Let me think how I can vertically, or what I'll do is I'll give margin top 25%. Okay, fine. So yeah, it comes to the center. Now let's quickly header dot title. Okay, so the font and all I'll need to check. So let me see if I can like get some details from here, like what font size and all they have used. I guess I cannot inspect this page. No issues. I'll just give my own. So font weight I'll give 200. Okay, font size I'll give 24 px. Okay, let's go with 48 px. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so also what I'll do is I'll give it some width, 100 px, so that it comes in multiple lines. Okay, and so width I'm planning to give it 400 px. No, still it's less. Let's give it 600 px. Okay, so I guess this is fine. Meet Gemini or personal AI assistant. So on the Gemini, I want to give some like different color and all, as they have some gradient and all. So what I'll do, I'll wrap it in a span. Span class is equal to Gemini. I'll call it Gemini only. Okay, and this thing I'll cut from here and I'll put over here. Okay, so dot Gemini. Okay, and this dot Gemini I wish to give the same linear gradient. So background, so I'll give the same linear gradient to it, which I had given. So background linear gradient uh, to right, and the color that I have to use is, this is the theme for your Gemini 4285 f4 comma hash d9570. Okay, so let's see if it affects. Okay, so yeah, like at least it gives some effect. Also, like other things I can give it is like uh, uh, WebKit text fill color. Okay. Color transparent. Okay, so let's move it. Okay, no, so let's give it hash 222. Okay, fine. So at least like it is looking fine with this effect. Okay, so now let's move ahead and like quickly create a text box below it. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add a I'm also skipping the suggestions part, because like increasing the number of items is not a good idea. Okay, so what after this I'm going to give a div class typing area. Okay, so this would be the typing area where we'll be typing. So here we'll be having the forms and all. Okay, uh, so typing area, and then we'll have a form, and the action that we are going to give it is hash. Okay, and then the class we are going to have is typing form. Okay, so this is the class name that I'm going to give it. Then we'll have a div class is equal to input wrapper. So this will help us to create a input box where we can write our queries. Okay, So right, and then inside it we'll be having our input tag. So input type is equal to text, placeholder is equal to enter from here, class is equal to typing input, and this is a required field. Okay, so that would be our input box. Okay, and then like beside it we should have a button. So that button would be that send button. Okay, so id would be, I am giving it an id so that later in JavaScript we can refer to it. So send message button. Okay, so that would be the id that I'm giving it, and a class also for styling. So class I'm giving it icon material. So this I will be taking up from let's like right now just call it a simple button and call it send. Okay, like styling and all I'll do later. Okay, then we have that's it. Like let's quickly check and see. Okay, so we have input box with a send button over here. Okay, so now let's quickly head back to our styling, and this is our typing area, right? So typing area, so width, fit content, and margin auto. Okay, okay, so it comes to the center. So now let's quickly do one thing, like give it some margin top, empty is equal to 100 px. Okay, so fine, that's fine. Or if we want it at the bottom, what we can do is like uh, margin bottom 0. Like actually this won't work, but yeah, we can do position fixed and bottom 0. Okay. Now position fixed is not a good idea. So let's give it some margin fixed only, like margin bottom on top only. So let's give it 400 px from the top. Oh no, it's too much. Let's go with 200 px. Okay, fine. So this is fine. Like we have this input box over here. So now moving ahead, we'll be styling it. So typing area is done. Typing form is done. So let's move ahead and style our input box. So let me think what we can do over here. Uh, area. Okay. So what I'm planning is input wrapper input. Okay. So dot input wrapper input and width. I'm planning to give it 100%. Like 100% would be not working, but yeah. Let's try it. 50% of viewport width. Okay, so this is fine. So let's quickly uh, give it some height. So height, let's say we'll be having 60 px. uh, so this is enough, I guess. And then let's give it some border radius, 10 px. Okay, so we have a border. That's fine, and then we have a send button. But I want to like include the send button inside this only. So that is what I'll do is I'll make border none. Okay, so this border is none. Uh, mm, so one more thing, dot input wrapper input focus. Like when it comes in focus, then also border should be none. No, focus is not working. Maybe it should be active. Let's try. No. Uh, then it should be. Should be it. It is. Let's quickly check on web how we can do that. So remove border of input box when active. Okay. So focus input focus outline none. Okay, sorry. So for focus we'll have not border none, we'll have outline none. Outline will be having none. Okay, that's it. So now let's quickly come over here and see. Okay, yeah. So now we don't see it on clicking also. So now the input wrapper we can have some border. So border 1px solid hash 222. Let's see. Okay, so now the send button is inside this. Okay, so also let me give it some padding. So padding 1 rem. Let's see. Okay, so then adding 1 rem is too much. Let's try 0.5. Okay, that's fine. But this height, let me reduce it 30 px. Okay, fine. So we have this, and then we can give some border radius to it. Okay, so we have this input box now. So this send button I'll customize later, like I'll use an icon. So let me do one thing. Material icons. Okay, so we have this Google fonts. So let me search for send. Okay, so this button I'm planning to use. Uh, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so this is the code. So let me quickly paste it over here in the head section only. Uh, okay, this is fine. And span. Okay, so in my button only I'll copy the span class. Let's see if it appears or not. Uh-huh. It came. But yeah, border and all is coming. So let's quickly style our button. Uh, or like if we can, let me think. Okay, let's try to style our button only. So button ID was what? Send message button, right? So let's quickly go over here, hash send message button, and border none. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, like now it's fine. Background color hash FFF. Okay, fine. So we have this button over here now, and like one more thing is cursor pointer. Okay, fine. So we have this send button now ready with this input field. Uh, uh, any way I can increase the size of this font? Let me check. Or uh, padding top 1px. Let me try this. Box sizing, border box, and let's try 5px. Okay, still fine. Okay, or otherwise we can let go of this. Let me remove this. Let's keep it till here. Okay, fine. Rest styling and all we'll see later. Okay, so this is our input box ready. So now what should happen is like when you click, all of this data should go to the backend to JavaScript, and like there it should be processed. Okay, so let's quickly first do it. So let's quickly create a anything else that we can add in like this Let me see. Okay. Okay. One thing I see is like it's a round with the center. Okay. So what? Let me do one thing. Border none. Background color. Um, hash EF. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and give it some border radius. Border radius 50%. Okay, so it's centered now. It's just that I need to give it some width. Width 100 px. Let's see. Oh, okay. And height also. So height and width both I am giving 25 px. No, it's small. So let's go with 50 px. Okay, fine. So yeah, it looks fine now. Okay. So yes. Uh, let's quickly add some more field. Hmm, okay, and on click is equal to uh, uh, okay, so I'll be creating one function called fetch results in my JavaScript. Okay, on clicking this button. So id is equal to or what I'm thinking. Okay, first I'll be doing it using id only. Later on I'll be doing it using query selector using class names. Okay, so id text input. Okay, so that's it. So now let's quickly create a JavaScript file. So I'll call it script.js. So as simple as that. So I'll be creating a function. Uh, what was the name of the function? Fetch results. Okay. So results. So fetch results. What it is going to do is uh, let question or let chat is equal to document dot get element by id text input dot value. So what this is going sorry, not value. Okay, and let's quickly uh, console dot log chat. Okay, so first let's see if we are able to like get the data which we are typing into the input box or not. Okay, so let's open the console and write something over here and click on send. Okay, fetch results is not defined. Oh, why? Okay, sorry, I haven't linked. Uh, so so let's quickly link our JavaScript file. Just give me a minute, I'll be there. Okay. So in the head itself, we'll use the script tag. So script src is equal to script.js. Okay, fine. Let's go here and type something and click on this. Okay, so you see we are able to get our data, like whatever we typed over here we are able to get in our console. Okay, so like this is the base of this application. Okay, so the base is like whatever you are typing, you should be able to like fetch it in your backend, like in your JavaScript, and call an API. Okay, that API will give you results that you should be able to display in your front end. Okay, so that is the gist of the whole like program that we are doing. Okay, so till now you guys like quickly just like kind of copy it whatever we have done. Okay, after that only we'll proceed further. Okay, because otherwise it will be like I'm just doing, and also I'll be like taking up your questions now. So otherwise it would be a boring session. So let me see what you guys are telling. Okay, you guys can go ahead. Like I'm giving 5 minutes for reading the charts. You guys can go ahead and like just give me your questions and all. Varun is asking, are we going to learn promises? Yes, we can like either like we are going to use fetch in this case. So fetch actually returns a promise. So yes, you'll get an idea about how what are promises and how to like handle them. No, Varun, this API is not paid. It is completely free for use. So could you share a LinkedIn for future assessment? No, actually, I'm not allowed to do that. How many tokens like responses it can generate for free? So that you can go to the API docs of Gemini and like check there. I haven't checked that. Okay, I think we can proceed now. Uh, so I'll be quickly again sharing my screen. Okay, so let me do one thing. So are you guys able to see my screen now? I still cannot see my own screen. Okay, it's loading. Okay. Okay, sorry. I think I shared my. No, it's opening, right? Okay, fine. So yes, till here we had done. So the next thing that we are going to do is like we are going to go to Google's AI Studio. Okay. So for that, simply you need to like go to Gemini API. Okay, and simply go to the first link that you encounter. Okay. So I like expect everyone to do this. Okay, and then simply click over here, and then you can sign in. Okay, so after you sign in, just let me know. Then we should be able to reach that screen which I'll be showing you. Okay. I don't know, the YouTube video is lagging or what. I Are you guys able to see like the Chrome screen which I am on? Okay, no, okay, no problem. So you can simply search for Gemini API in the Google. Okay, so now I see it's updated. Okay, and go to the first link and go to explore models in Google AI Studio. So for me, I am signed in. That is why it is showing like this. You guys can like uh, sign in and let me know. Okay. So like after reaching here, you just go to get API key. Okay. So that's it. So please, okay. So Mansi is telling, please repeat. So okay, you just have to go to Google and search for Gemini API and go to the first link, and then after going to the first link, you will reach here, explore models in Google AI Studio. Okay, just click on that. You will reach over here. Just click on get API key. Okay, everyone, please do this and like create your own. And then click on create API key. So everyone, please do this and like create an API key. For me, I already have, so I won't be creating it again. You guys can please quickly create an API key. What should be the name of the API key? Is it asking for a name? It doesn't ask for a name, like it will ask for a project. So I have n number of projects created in my Google projects. So otherwise, I think you guys, if you don't have, you need to create a project. Maybe I'm not sure. Okay, for me, I can create an existing project. For you guys, let me know like how it is showing. Otherwise, first you guys will need to create a project. So yes. So if you no problem, random facts, if you guys don't have a project, you can go to Google Cloud Projects and create a project one. That's it. And create a new project over there. Okay. I'm not sure how to we- create project. Okay, so this is the link. So here I will be able to create a project. So you all guys can also search for Google Cloud create project, and the first link that you get, you can open that and create a new project. Okay, go to create a project. Okay, so this thing you guys need to do. So once done, you will be able to generate an API key. So guys, should I proceed? Like since I have my own API key and everything is ready for me, should I proceed or should I wait for you guys to create a project? Okay, so I'm proceeding. Okay, if anyone has any doubts, they can like in chat. Okay, so fine. So the next thing is like since I have an API key, I can see the API over here. So this is the entire API. But like since we'll be using JavaScript, what I need to do is like I'll just convert this. So convert curl to fetch. So I need to like convert it into fetch command. Okay, so Suresh is telling, please repeat it. So Suresh, like nothing is to be repeated. Like you need to go to Gemini API key, click on create API key. So here it will ask for project. If you have existing project, you can select one and create the API key. If you don't have, you can simply go to Google and like click on Google Cloud create project and go to the first link that you come across and create a new project. And that project you can use over here to create an API key. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's convert our this curl command to fetch, because since we are will be needing that only. Okay, so okay, so it gave me. So this is the let me copy this. Okay, so let's quickly now let me share my screen again. Maybe you guys are not able to see my screen. Yeah. Yeah, so still my screen is not a bit visible. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now it is visible, right? Okay, now it's visible, right? Okay, fine. So what I was doing, I was simply creating a new function to fetch the API response, and I'll be giving some variable chat to it. I'll be passing the chat to it. Okay, and then I'm simply let me do one thing, and this would be an asynchronous function. Why asynchronous? Because like API calling is a asynchronous task. Okay, so const response is equal to await and fetch. So this is our fetch. Okay, so this is the entire API and we don't need this body and all. So yeah, I'll remove that. And text, this text is nothing but a chat. Okay, so that chat will be sending, and here we need to have our Gemini API key. Okay, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste my Gemini API key. So my API key is this. So let me copy this and paste over here. Okay, so that's it. So my API key and all is ready. So now let's quickly do one thing. uh, const response is equal to uh, response.json. Okay, fine. So we need to convert it into JSON and then console.log response. Okay, that's it. Now I have saved it. So now let's quickly go over here, head back over here, and it is the moment of truth. Oh, okay, no, not till now. Let's quickly call this function also. So instead of this, what I'll do, I'll just fetch. Okay, so let's see if our this function gets called or not, and we get some response or not. Okay, so let's go back and uh, how many days are there in a week? Okay, that's it. So let's quickly open the console and click on send. Uh, what happened? This is saved, right? Just 4 line number 4. I think this was not refreshed or something. Let's try again. Okay. Hello there. Hmm, I don't know what happened. But let's see. Okay. So yeah, we are getting this. Okay. So we got the response, but what is okay? So let this is also an asynchronous function. So let me use await here as well. Okay. Now refresh the page. Hello, and let's click on send. Okay, so we got some response. So this is the candidates, content, parts, okay, model version and all, usage data, candidate token details. Okay, response ID. Where is the exact response? Okay, so hello, hi, how can I help you? So this is the exact response that I got. So let me try another one so that we are able to see the correct thing. So how many days in January? Okay, so let's click on this. Okay, so we got some response. So let's see if this is the correct or not. Yes. Okay, so we got the response. So it is inside candidates. Candidates is an array, zeroth, content, parts. Okay, so let's quickly just try to fetch this. So is response dot candidates is an array. It's is an array. So zeroth, and inside zeroth we have content dot parts dot content dot parts, and parts is again an array. So zeroth dot text. Okay, so that's it. Let's see if like logging this gives us the proper response or not. Let's try. So how many days in March? Okay, let's click on send. Let's see. Okay, so we got the proper response over here, right? So there are 31 days in March. So this is what we required. So like if we'll ask any other thing also, right, then it will explain me about Indian freedom struggle. Let's see what it gives and how it gives. I think like there should be a certain format which it will be giving. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it gave me some response. So okay, let's break down the script. So Indian freedom struggle and everything. Okay, so here we got all the response. Okay, so now let's quickly do one thing. Let's like display this response on our screen. Okay, so after this typing area, I'll just create a div class is equal to uh, AI response. Okay, ID is equal to response. Okay, so what I'll do is like once this is done, what I'll do document dot get element by ID response dot inner HTML or inner text for now I'll be adding is equal to this thing. Okay, fine. So now let's refresh this. So Indian freedom struggle. Let's click on send. Let's see what happens. Hmm, maybe it is taking some time or okay, fine. So we got our data, but yeah, see, like we haven't styled it, so we are getting it in this format. So we can have a chart kind of system, so where we can get it. So but at least now our API is working and we are getting proper response from AI. Okay, so whatever we'll ask we'll get it. Okay, so how many days in a week, and we'll click on send. Okay, so there are 7 days in a week. So we are getting all the responses from our API. So our API works. Okay, so like now I would like you guys to like quickly just reach up till here, because this is the main thing. Okay, just getting the response from the API, this is the main thing. Rest of the thing are mainly HTML CSS, like styling and all, those are mainly HTML CSS. Till here, if you guys are facing any problems, any challenges of like whatever I did, like how I did, okay, then you can reach out to me, let me know. Okay, so I'm giving you some time, let's say 10 minutes I'm giving you. Just come back to me till 2:30. Try to create own version of yours of this, because it won't take much time. If you have created a simple HTML form, right, with an input field and a button, then this is a simple script. Only two functions I have written. One is fetch results and another is fetch API response. Okay, so these are simple functions that I have written. So you guys can just go through it and let me know, and let me know if you face any challenges. Okay, so I'm leaving the screen on this part. Okay, so you guys can copy the code if you wish, like refer my code if you wish. Okay, so yeah, please go ahead and do this. uh, I'll just make myself like I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay, so I see some of you guys are telling that you showed your API key. That is fine. If you take my API key also, then no problem. I won't be using it much. Okay. My screen was not visible. ओके सो इंटरेस्टिंग ये तो है सिर्फ दिखाने के लिए सक्सेस कीप इट अप इट्स फाइन सो यू गाइस ट्राइड इट इज इट वर्किंग फॉर यू ऑल because the next thing that we'll be doing is like mostly HTML CSS, like we'll be trying to create what you say a proper chart kind of structure. So like if you go to Gemini, how does it work? It takes practice. Yes, it takes practice. Hello. Okay, so you see, like as soon as we type, we get some response over here, but that response also like lets us know that something is happening behind the scenes. Okay, so in our case, that is not happening, right? So on clicking, the header and all should go away. This all should move up, and some loading kind of icon should be visible over here. Okay, so that is what I'm thinking to have. Then another thing is that we'll have. Then if I add something, the existing text should not go away. Okay, so that and all we'll have to fix, like think how we can do that, because it's a complete chat kind of a structure. Okay. Okay, random access string sir, does the second function part we will get from the API side, or you wrote it from yourself? The function I have written from myself, just this fetch part, like this fetch thing. So in the API part, you might have seen you have got this curl command. Okay, so but since we are using fetch, we won't be using this curl. So what we will be using is fetch. So what I did is convert curl to fetch. So I just went to a website, any website you can use, just paste the curl over here. So in our case, this was the curl. So just if you come over here and paste it, and you will get the fetch. So this is the fetch command. So that is what I have pasted over there. Okay. And here instead of text, I have just given the chat which we are typing, and here our own API key. That's it. Okay. Hmm. So let me do some brainstorming on this, how we can create this kind of a structure. Hmm. I have actually created it, but right now I'm not able to recall it. Mm, okay, let's try it. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll start. Okay, start with the coding part. So, okay, so once this typing area is over, I'll create a div called chat area. Okay, so this chat area will have two things: Mhm. input, input chat. Okay, so this is what we will be going to type, and div class output chat. This is what we are going to receive. Okay, so these two things are there. Okay. ID response, I'll cut this and I'll paste over here. Okay, chat area, input chat and output chat, ID response. Okay, so input chat should also have what we input. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now, like I have simply created a chat area where we are having an input chat and an output chat. Okay, so input chat I'll do is like first of all I'll just style this chat area dot chat area. Okay, so width I'm giving it 600 px. Okay, just to check, I am giving it background color yellow, that how it looks. Okay, and then we have input chart and output chart, right? So dot input chart, float right, dot output chart, float left. Okay, so let's come back over here, and not yet. So let's have some text over here and see if, how it's coming. Okay, okay, so no, it's not coming in a proper manner. Okay, so let's see why. Mm, chat area has input, no output. Mhm. Mm, okay, and if we get on increasing this, how it will come? No. Let's do one thing, right? Like instead of wasting time, we can take help from web only to create a. Okay. Okay, so here they are like using complete divs. Yeah, so this is also a good idea. So let's try using this only. So they have a container. So our container in our case is okay. So they have container and container darker. Okay, so in our case it's input chart and output chart. Okay, so container and container darker. So let's try this and container darker. Okay, so what I'll do is input chat, output chat. Okay, and dot chat would be our container. Dot chat would be our container. Uh, then darker. Okay, so that would be output. Okay, so input is nothing but simple chat, and output is dot darker. Okay, so let's use this, but okay. And okay, so it is coming like this, but it is centered. Let's see what they have done to not keep it centered. Okay, no, it's they have also kept it centered only. Okay, so they have created it like this. So this is how ours will be there. So let's do one thing, right? Uh, a p tag and Gemini. Like this would be the response from Gemini. Okay, and then another p tag over here, and that would be the response from user. Okay, so Gemini says this, user says this. So like this will have a kind of structure. So let's see if we can like what I was saying, like keep on incrementing these charts, okay, instead of like replacing them, because right now what logic I have written, it will simply replace it. Okay. Uh, inner text is equal to chart. Simple. So like this thing should work for now, but let me remove this. Uh, so if I type something, hello, no, it didn't work. It seems. What went wrong? Let's try again. Everything is saved, right? Hmm. Hello. Okay, so yeah, we got the like responses again, but I know like how are you? If I'll change this, right, this will change actually instead of appending. Yeah. So this is not we want. We want it to be like stored it somewhere. Okay. So that is what I'll need to figure out how we can store it somewhere, how we can keep a record of our chats. So what I'm thinking is to like keep an array. So we'll have an array of input charts and output charts. Okay. So um let me think. Let input ARR. But again, how I will be populating? Okay, I'll think. Let output ARR is equal to this. Okay, fine. So what I want is I want to push here. So input ARR dot push. Sorry, dot push chat, whatever chat we are writing, and output ARR dot push uh, this thing. Fine. So these two things are done. So okay, and just try to console.log input ARR and console.log output ARR. I'll refresh the page and I'll inspect and see if we are able to. Okay, so hello, and click on this. Okay, so input ARR is this, output ARR is this. How can I help you? Two. Let's try. Okay. So yes, our input ARR and output ARR are like having the proper responses. Okay, it's just that we need to print them in an orderly sequence. Okay. So that would be challenging it seems, but let's try. So uh, Let's try. So input arr dot map lm. So this is something I'm not sure if you guys would be knowing or not. Okay, so let me use a simple for loop, because for loop most people are aware of. Less than at length I plus plus document dot get element by id input dot inner text is equal to input arr at I. Okay, so similarly I'll do for output arr. So let's check if this works. Okay, let's try now. Okay, hi. Okay, so we got some response. uh, Today is what day? Okay, no, this didn't work. It replaced. I wanted the charts to be visible over here down. Okay, let's see what is wrong over here. Hmm. Okay, actually, like I think I need to create more elements. Okay, so I just like quickly need to check create element JavaScript. Okay, so how to like dynamically create element? So okay, append child is the one. Okay, so mm, okay, create element is there and then append child is one. But I want a complete div to be there. Document dot create element. Let me try this. Document dot create element. Document element. ठीक है, this. Okay, and same over here. But yes. Okay, let's try it out. I'll refresh. I'll type hi. Okay. Hello. No, it didn't work. Still replacing it. So this is one challenging thing that we'll need to perform. So okay, I'll think about this in the next class. Like tomorrow we have a full 2 hour session, so tomorrow we can think about it. But yeah, still our app is kind of functional and like at least one response we are able to get. Okay, so like let's try a big response. So freedom struggle India. So let's try if we get a big response properly printed or not. So tomorrow two things need to be okay. I think this I need to like undo whatever I did. This create element thing is I think causing an issue. Freedom India. Okay, so yeah, this is fine. Like we are getting the responses and all. So like the furnishing of our application we'll do tomorrow. Okay, actually because I am facing challenges. Okay, and one thing like on clicking, what should happen is this thing should be input should be immediately there. So new text is equal to chat. Okay, so this thing also I have just clear freedom. That's it. So okay, freedom is visible, and now I'm waiting for Gemini response. So yeah, okay. So like this will go, and like until the response is ready, what I can do, uh, uh, document.get element by ID, this thing, and I can call it loading. Okay, so that's it. So if I'll click on freedom, 1 minute. It should have appeared. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, loading is not visible over here. Let me check why. Okay, yeah, loading is now visible over here. So yeah, we got the response. Okay, so yeah, like this, we'll try to furnish it as much as possible tomorrow. Okay, in tomorrow's session, because I don't think it would be a good idea because only 10 minutes are remaining. So I don't think so we'll be able to cover it. So now it's the time for you guys to ask me any questions. Okay. Okay, so Hemant is asking, bro, then we can create YouTube and Instagram alternative like somewhat similar, right? Yes, you can. It's up to your imagination. Okay. Will we get the source code? Yes, obviously, we'll get the source code. By using YouTube API and Instagram API, have made any lead code? I didn't get. So you guys can like make use of this time to ask me any questions that you have, because I won't be like coding any further for today's session. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay. At least we have a working model today. It's just that the chart structure we don't have it today. We'll try to fix it tomorrow. And also let me remove this yellow color, creating giving me problem. Okay, fine. So this chart kind of structure we'll have, and yeah. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions? You guys are free to ask. Please go ahead. Just try to implement whatever we did today in your own systems. Okay, because when you will do it yourself only, right, then you will only learn. Please show the HTML. Okay, so this simple HTML. Can I get this kind of chatbot without using Google API? Like there, for that you need to learn Python, and you need to create your own generative Gen AI chatbot. Okay, so you need to train it first, then it will be capable of like responding to user queries. So that is something that will take some time. Okay. Anything else from anyone? Okay, if nothing is there from anyone, then we can wrap up the session. Okay, I'll just ask to wrap up the session. So, hi, ma'am. We can end the session for today. Uh,